Hey, hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Chorus Cornix, and welcome to Yacc, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game I played for a week and then I talk about it. This week's game is Wrecking Crew for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was released in 1987, at least here in Europe, and it's a puzzle platformer developed by Nintendo R&D 1 and published by Nintendo. And also will be spoilers up ahead just so you know, but first a little backstory. So this game has been on my to-do list for a while now, and it's also part of the Black Box series, so it's finally time to play it. So when you start up the game, you get the Wrecking Crew logo and no audio for some reason. Then you can select between one-player game and two-player game. And also there's a design mode where you make your own levels, and you can also press, I believe it was A or B, to change the different phases or levels. So the goal of the game is to break everything breakable on screen. You play either as Mario or Luigi if you have a second control plugged in. The enemies of this game are Spike, the foreman, which looks a bit like Wario, and he is there to hinder Mario and Luigi's progress. There's also a guy called Eggplantman and two sentient wrenches. And if Mario or Luigi takes, well, too much time, there will also appear a fireball, which is like Mario Bros. When you start up the game, you start at phase 1, where you need to break all the brick walls, and you also need to break walls that looks like lockers for some reason. There's also these gray ladders that can be broken, and you need to plan ahead, because if you do one thing wrong, you have to restart all over again. And as far as I know, there's no quick way to just reach to the console and reset it. There's no reset button as far as I know. So you can select any phase from the startup screen ranging from 1 to 100. Now that I think about it, this game is a bit like Popeye on the NES. It's the same principle. You leave on the left hand side of the screen and you will appear on the right. So at the start of a new phase, the camera will pan all over the stage, so you can plan ahead on what to do, what strategy to use. And I also forgot, the stages also have these bombs which can explode if you hit them, and they have like an area effect. There are also bonus stages where you need to race against Spike to find the coin. And there are a couple of other things, but the game is pretty much the same from here. It's like you play stage from stage, and it's really no penalty either, because you can select all the phases from the startup screen, as I said before. So if you're not going for high score, there's really no penalty. So I played for a little bit this week, just experimenting, learning the mechanics, and it's just a chill game to play. It's just, as I said before, no penalty, just a chill game. So gameplay. Help Mario break the breakable things in the levels for a high score and win. Control, the A and B button is attack, the D-pad is movement, and the start button pauses. Graphics. So the graphics are simple, they don't need to be complicated, there's nothing fancy happening here, it's a NES game. Sound and music. Hirokazu Tanaka made the soundtrack for this game, and all the tracks are good in my opinion, and my favorites are the bonus theme and stage theme too. So in conclusion, I wrote yes, try it. So the music is very cheerful, and the puzzles involving them wrecking all the stuff on screen gets progressively harder the more you play. The game also has extra lives, but they aren't really necessary because you can select any level at the startup screen, as I said before, and there's really no penalty to it. So if you want to play a chill puzzle game, this might be it for you. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.